Okay. All right, we are opening our ceremony. So if you could please take your seats and get ready to honor our graduates. Hatzlahel, Hatzlahel, Tolgolapu, Jennifer Vasiled Seedsta, Spoyala Bobsched, Tol Alched Altwa, Tasquali Yofti Simmons Eshed, Butached Rhonda Hone, Tol Alspoyala Bobsch, Yoftied Kaya Marianne Tuga, Oyayus Ched, Dwelti Spoyalap Wiotsu. Good day to all of you honorable people. My name is Jennifer Vasilez. I am Puyallup. I am from the Squally and Simmons families and from the House of Volachet. My mother is Rhonda Hone and my grandmother is Marianne Tuga, and I work for the Puyallup children.
Hatzlahel. Good day to all of you honorable people. My name is Chris Jorgensen. I am Danish and Irish. I am from the Jorgensen family. My great-grandfather was Christian Jorgensen and was from Copenhagen, Denmark. My mother's name is Catherine Barrett, and she is from the Tacoma area. My father, Clifford Jorgensen, from the Tacoma area. I work for the Puyallup children. I would like to welcome all of you, our elders, tribal council members, school board, and our families to celebrate with us at our 2000. Before we begin, a few expectations for the day. For you to assist in making the program run smoothly and to ensure that we keep all our students and staff and families safe in this very important day. For this reason, at this point in the program, we ask that everyone remain in their vehicles, except for when you're in your seats, obviously there. We would like you to, later in the ceremony, students will be able to line up 6 feet apart and they will walk across the stage. We know that this is an important moment in your child's life. This is a major accomplishment, which is why we have set up photographers to capture this moment for you. Each family will receive one 8x10 of their senior walking across the stage. Please remain in your vehicle during this important moment for everyone's safety. We also are providing additional photographers following the ceremony. Students will be able to get professional pictures of themselves and their families following the ceremony. I would like now to recognize Jalissa Coates, a tribal member and a member of our senior class here at Leshi, to offer our opening prayer.
And we say, and Cynthia LaPlante on deck.
Okay.
And Cynthia LaPlante, if you could come, you're up next. So you could come and stand on the blue X. Okay.
Twogalabu, CEAB, DESHA, DCIA, Jalissa Coates, Sista, Spoyala Bob's Chud, UFT Turtle Mountain Band, Chippewa, Ashit Talbu, Donald Coates Jr., Teed Bod, Spoyala Bob's Teed Bod, Shirley Bisher, Seesk Oi, Turtle Mountain Band, Chippewa, Ashit Talbu, Seed Skoy. Donald Coates Sr., Teed Sapa, Spoyala Bob's Teed Sapa. Hi, Shluk Adit Suchash. Asquadida Chesh Twatis Lechel. Asquadida Chesh Twatis Lijash. Asquadida Chesh Twatis Elite Chesh. Asquadida Chesh Twati Buck Stop. Quabiti Hutch Chesh. Quabiti Okwaba Chesh. Quabiti Sali Chesh. Hoyu Chev as Dutch O. Asha slash globula artis lijash. Assista, Hoy of Chud, Hoy of Chud.
You do.
Okay. Hold on one second. Thank you, Ms. Coates. As is our custom, Puyallup tribal member and senior, Ms. Cynthia LaPlante, will give our traditional greeting. Please welcome Ms. LaPlante.
Thank you.
Twagulapu si siaya. As bubu lachi bi tabu sid chas. Sai chas as joil atis o such ilap. As adi tabu sid chud. Cynthia LaPlante seed step. Tanya Coates seeds oi. Jerry LaPlante teed bod. All teeds oi Ollie Gwyd. Joanne Coates seed Kaya. Bill Coates tood Sapa. All teed bod Ollie Gwyd. Elsie Thomas seed Kaya. Greg Stewart teed Sapa. Spoyala Bob's chud. Odd chud. Alti Padats Aladuf. Yufti Sally. Alti Siablish Chai Chalot. O such ilaf chas, twalqui guas ogwacheshid chas. Ati spake, ata sali achi spuk achi. Saladu yafti sali achi. As jo il chas, twalti slachel, as ko ati ashid chas. Yafti siaya yat chas. As adid of chas, twalti soak off tabusip. As adid of chas, twalti suf yayayus. O hegwid chas ti ashad chas. Hawat chas sujo ilab. Atis as halitlab. As adid tabusid chas, as adid tabusid chas. Hoyav chad, hoyav chad.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'm so happy to all of you students that are finishing this school, and I raise my hands to you. At this time, we will begin recognizing some of the many accomplishments of our graduates, beginning with this year's Salutatorian, the student with the second highest GPA in the senior class, and our valedictorian, who had the highest GPA in our senior class. These speeches were filmed, and in addition, there is a brief photo montage. And for this,
Gabriel Davis here. Congratulations to the class of 2020 for making it through this whack little year we have had. I would like to support any graduates who have made it and thank any staff members or teachers who have supported us through this goal.
Hello, my name is Isabelle Cruz and I come from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. Last time I gave a speech, I cried from being so nervous, so I apologize in advance if anything goes wrong. I've gone to Leshi since I was in kindergarten, and since then I haven't really done much to stand out. The only thing I was really noticed for were my good grades, my wonderful smile, and my ability to get along with others. When high school came around, I was just as nervous and excited as others. But throughout these 4 amazing years, I started to really come out of my comfort zone and create some fun memories. There was a lot of memories I created while in high school. Some of my favorites were in my AVID class during our mental health days, when we could relax and talk about things going on in our life, listen to each other and share some advice. Sometimes tears were shed, but it was always a safe place for everyone to be, and just made school much less bearing. On those days, it would make me feel seen and heard, which made me feel a lot better. It wasn't easy making it along my journey. I lost some friends and some family. I wish they were here because I would love them to see what I have accomplished. And if they are here, thank you for making all this possible. For a bit of time, I was homeless and struggled with who I was. And to this day, I still don't know who I am completely. I do know that after everything I've been through, it has made me stronger. Eventually, I have become happy. And during the time I was homeless, it taught me to fight for myself and made me work harder to achieve my goals. I also won't be able to make it here without, of course, my wonderful teachers. Each of them have helped shape who I am today in one way or another. Some of them have more than others, and I would like to thank these teachers. The first teacher is Miss Kelly. She was my advisory teacher, or I guess mentor group, for the past 4 years of high school. She helped me rediscover my love for reading, and she always welcomed students and staff into her room during lunch. She provided a safe space for everyone, which truly helped me during rough times and many others. The second teacher is Mr. Morales. I had him as a teacher even in middle school. He would always remind me about my passion for photography and say, "Did you take any pictures lately?" But me being me, I would just never say anything. But every time he would just motivate me more. The third teacher is Mrs. Mays. This lady taught a lot of my family, all the way from my younger sister to my older sister. Anyways, I think it's really cool. But in 9th grade, when I was in foster care for about 3 months, she was the most understanding person during that time. And it meant a lot. And then the last teacher I would like to thank is Miss Miller. This teacher is one of the best teachers I've ever met. She helped me become who I am today. I don't know how to thank these teachers enough. They really made me smile and laugh a lot throughout high school. One of the last few people I would like to thank is my family for just adopting and raising me. And last but not least, I would like to thank the class of 2020. We all made it here, even though we're late to the party of everyone else. But we're also in a pandemic, but that won't stop us from doing our own thing. We all have dreams, and you should pursue them even though there's a lot of things going on. You can always do your part in helping, because we all worked hard to be here. But also, y'all helped to shape who I am now, in one way or another, even if we never talked. I was there, but I still listen. I don't know what your dreams are, but you still can do it. We're all different, but all together we can do this. We're unstoppable. I'm sorry if this all sounds corny, but it feels like I'm in a cheesy movie. I just want to say, go out there, use your voice and the strength your ancestors gave you, and do what makes you happy. Kindness is everything. And no matter where you come from, you can make it. I love y'all. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Now, yes, we would like to invite our tribal council to share good words about our seniors and their futures. Please welcome Mr. David Bean.
Leshi. I love it. You know, first and foremost, I want to congratulate Chief Leshi, class of 2020. Today marks the closing of one chapter in your life and the beginning of many new chapters, chapters yet unwritten, chapters that will be written by each and every one of your journeys and efforts and accomplishments and celebrations throughout life. Today is a historic moment. It is the first of many things for many of us. This is our first drive-in graduation for Chief Leshi schools. Yes. This is our first COVID graduation. This is our first Zoom ceremony. But this will not be the last celebration. This will not be our last opportunity to gather. For when it is safe to do so, I am confident that your families and our community will come and celebrate each and every one of your accomplishments. There will be many more accomplishments throughout your life. I look forward to watching each and every one of your growth in your lives, be it your attendance and graduation from college, your attendance and graduation from vocational schools, be it starting a career. I encourage each and every one of you to come back and share your stories and share your journeys with your younger brothers and sisters here at Chief Leshi. I've learned many lessons as a student here at Chief Leshi. I'm 51 years old, and I'll say 40 years ago, I was a student here at Chief Leshi. There are many lessons that I've learned, our traditional ways. We look out for our younger brothers and sisters. That's a powerful lesson, and that's why I encourage each and every one of you to come back and share your journeys, your stories, your successes and your challenges with your younger brothers and sisters, and encourage them to spread their wings and have the courage to leave home and seek out a college, a university, a job training center, you know, far away from your comfort zone. We don't grow unless we are challenged. We do not grow. That is how each and every one of you got here today. You've overcame many challenges. I can name a few. One challenge that I'm confident that I lived through and each and every one of you have lived through. The challenge of waking up, alarm clock. How many of you have woke up to this? Wake up. It's time to go to school. Wake up. You're going to be late for school. How many of you? Yes, many of you. So more lessons that I've learned here at Chief Leshi. Some of the most powerful lessons came in the form of our traditional ways. The first I'm going to share right now, there are many, but I'm only going to share two. Our way is sharing and caring. A greedy person will lose everything in the end. Those are hard lessons to learn, but I learned from my mother, Gloria Ayatobin, who gave away many things. I watched her give away many things growing up. And she'd always say, there's somebody that always needs it more than we do. So I encourage you to be sharing and caring. That is our way. Another traditional way. A person will be remembered for what they have done for their people, not what they have done for themselves. And that lesson in tribal council that I've served on for 14 years now, I've lived that lesson. That lesson teaches us to take care of our community, take care of our families, take care of our neighbors, take care of our friends. And I encourage each and every one of you to follow in those footsteps, to put your community, your family first. And the most powerful lesson of all that I've learned here at Chief Leshi. How many of you have that one teacher, that one guidance counselor, that one Leshi staff member that has influenced you to do things that you thought you could never do? Have you had those types of teachers and staff members? I love seeing those hands raised. As a student here at Chief Leshi, many, many years ago, a few decades ago, I learned the most powerful lesson from my teacher, from my coach, from my mentor, Chuck Bingham. Because of Chuck Bingham, I learned that I could go to college. It's not something that was talked to growing up. I was not, those conversations were not had with me growing up. But Chuck Bingham talked about going to college. He talked about joining the Marines. He talked about not having limitations. And that lesson that I learned was stay in motion. 3 simple letters that my sister Anna Bean condensed my words: stay in motion, SIM, your SIM card. You are going to encounter challenges throughout your life. You've encountered a challenge this year, overcoming COVID. How did we graduate? By not coming to class. How did we graduate? You know, this is an example. This gathering is an example of staying in motion and overcoming COVID. You know, we're gathering in a safe way, a way that protects our health, our safety, and our welfare, but at the same time, acknowledges and celebrates each and every one of your accomplishments. So I want to thank you folks for listening to me here today. Most importantly, each and every one of you graduates here today, your older brothers and sisters and your younger brothers and sisters, I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me into your home here at Chief Leshi, for inviting me into the circle to sing with you and to dance with you. Most importantly, thank you for taking it easy on me when we did those grueling squirrel challenge dances. Let's go. I love that spirit. None of you back down from a challenge. Even though I talk a lot of trash, Each and every one of you, you stepped up and you rose to the occasion and said, let's go. And that's what you're doing here for COVID. You're saying, let's go, COVID. You are not going to beat me. You are not going to dampen my celebration. We are resilient people. Native Americans are resilient people. We have overcome challenges for centuries. We're still here. We are still standing. Each and every one of you are still here, and you are still standing. You will encounter challenges throughout your life. And when you do, I want you to remember those 3 words that I just shared with you. Stay in motion. Don't let those obstacles, don't let those challenges, don't let change defeat you. You find a way to keep moving forward. You find a way to go over those obstacles, around those obstacles, or you go through those obstacles. If you have one in your way, do not let anything take you away from your goals, your dreams, your aspirations of being a successful person. However you measure success in your life, I encourage you, each and every one of you, to stay in motion, a forward motion. And with that, I raise my hands to each and every one of you. Us boot boot, la chi bi to boot lichad. Us boot boot, la chi bi to boot lichad. Oh, shabitsi chud. I love you. I love each and every one of you, and you're beautiful. Have an amazing day.
Thank you, David Bean. I would now like to welcome Miss Amanda Fernandez to present our student awards and scholarships, and Mr. Jorgensen to hand that award to our students.
We asked the award winner to come up.
I would like to ask up here on the blue X's for Isabelle Cruz, Damian Roy, Justin Tupuola, and Kat Dillon, Faith Melton, Isabelle Cruz again,
Gabe Davis.
and Gabe Davis. All right.
Our next 2 awards are named after former Chief Leshi School staff members who had a lasting impact on our school. A longtime employee at Chief Leshi Schools, Bill was an integral part of the everyday running of our school. The Bill Rifenberry Award is presented to a graduating senior chosen from a pool of those with uninterrupted attendance at Chief Leshi. This student was chosen for commitment to the class of 2019 and student leadership. It is with great pleasure to present this award to Isabelle Cruz. The next award is granted in the name of Will Fry. Will Fry was an educator and football coach at Chief Leshi. Will taught social studies and computer technology and would honors a student who has attained academic and athletic success while at Chief Leshi. This year's recipient is Damian Roy. In addition to these awards, Leshi recognizes a senior every year who has overcome remarkable challenges while attending Chief Leshi. This is the Perseverance Award. While every student faces their own unique struggle and story and struggle, this award was created to acknowledge a student who has demonstrated consistent determination to graduate despite the obstacles in their path. This year's recipient of the Perseverance Award is Justin Tupuola. Justin, would you like to come up to receive your scholarship? Every year, school is represented by a daffodil princess. To be a daffodil princess, oh, just kidding, 1 second. Okay. Every year, our school is represented by a daffodil princess. To be a daffodil princess, a young woman must have a GPA of 3.2 or above. She must also demonstrate the responsibility and maturity the Daffodil Festival expects in its representatives. This year, we are proud to honor our 2020 Daffodil Princess, Princess Catalina Dillon. Thank you for representing Chief Leshi this year. We wish she is also the recipient of the Washington State Fair Foundation Scholarship for $500. As part of her role in serving as our Daffodil Princess, she will also receive a $2,000 scholarship for her work as our princess. Congratulations, Kat. The Victor L. Line for $1,200 goes to Faith Melton. The Jane Wright Scholarship was established by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians to honor students who have distinguished themselves in academics during their time here at Chief Leshi. This scholarship amount is a one-time award of $10,000. At this time, I would like to invite a member of the Wright family to present the Jane Wright Scholarship.
Oh, look at that. It's a great honor on the Wright family to be able to honor any student with this educational award. Jane Wright was an individual who has been a part of Chief Leshi way back when I was a kid. She was an inspiration to a lot of us. She was not only a grandmother, a mother, but also such an individual that she kept the kids in line, and we miss her greatly. It's a nice thing that we can honor these students in this way in her name, and I appreciate the fact that Jane always made sure that she taught these kids the responsibility of what life has to bring to each and every one of them. And Jane just was a remarkable individual. And so on behalf of the Wright family, I just like to present this to Isabelle. Use it wise. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Wright family. Hermann Dillon Sr. was a leader for many years in our community. At Chief Leshi Schools, we strive to foster the next generation of leaders for our community. This leadership includes contributions from social justice to academics to athletics. The Hermann Dillon Sr. Scholarship was established by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians to honor students who have amount is a one-time award of $10,000. At this time, I would like to invite a member of the Dillon family to present the Hermann Dillon Senior Scholarship.
Thank you. Could I ask Damian Roy and Catalina to join me? I'm Jenny Roy, Hermann Dillon's eldest daughter. As proud as I am, I have two wonderful grandchildren standing here with me graduating. Me and Roy and Catalina Dillon. And I'm very proud. And I know my dad is. I know he's waving. So now we would like to present this scholarship to Gabriel Davis. Thank you. So very proud of you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Grandma. Bye. Go.
And what? It's my turn. Oh, okay.
We would now like to acknowledge Justin Tupuola for his Perseverance Award. We have family to pick up the award. Please come forward. He's coming. Nice job. All right. Thank you, presenters and scholarship committee, for your great selections. Every year, our of reflection and guidance. Please welcome Ms. Amanda Fernandez, our 2020 Student Voice Elected Staff Message.
I'm back. Hoxla Hale, Amanda Fernandez Seatsta. I'm really happy to see the top halves of all of your faces today. The benefit of you all wearing masks is that we're keeping each other safe, and more importantly, I don't have to watch the graduates cringe at all of my jokes. I've been an English and social studies teacher before you today. We're among the first class of students I taught here. These graduates are also personally responsible for my first official gray hair. Class of 2020. I vividly remember the first day of your sophomore year and introducing myself to all of you. I was desperately trying to learn all of your names, and you were desperately trying to figure out if I was actually old enough to be a teacher. I stood at the front of the room and told you the usual cliches. Make sure you're cherishing every moment. Your time in school is going to fly by. You're going to wish you took the time to enjoy it. Well, the cliches were true. Now 3 years have flown by, and I cannot fully express the pride I feel seeing how far you've come in this time. I'm so proud of you all sitting in front of me in your caps and gowns and masks. I hope you all take a second to feel pride in the hard work that brought you here. Family, friends, staff, and admin, thank you to all of you as well for helping to get our graduates here. You've all been on my mind quite about to get you guys to graduate through a computer. But as we gather in this parking lot today, and many family and friends are celebrating you from home, it's clear that you're all graduating into a world that none of us have ever experienced before. While no one could have, graduates will be able to navigate and thrive in the new normal. You've grown from sophomores who wandered aimlessly through hallways during class time into seniors who stepped up to become leaders. I'm continuously impressed by the qualities you possessed as sophomores that you've made into your own as young adults. Over the years, your sense of what is fair and unfair have only gotten stronger, and you've grown bolder in bringing attention to injustices. I admire your ability to stand your ground and defend your values. I've seen you all come together and support your fellow classmates during heartbreaking losses, bring awareness to missing and murdered Indigenous women, fight for Black lives, protect sacred land, and advocate for equality for our LGBTQ2+ community. I've seen the power and conviction you've all shown as teenagers, and I'm confident in the impact you'll make as young adults in this community and across the world. What you accomplish in the future gives me more hope than you know. Many of you started as littles on the other side of this building, and now you're leaving after so much growth as students, as tribal members, and as people. You are all going to go off on your own paths, and soon you'll be spread out across the country and the world. I don't know if I actually have the authority to say this, but I hope you all know that you are always welcome back home at Leshi. I love you all. I am so proud of all of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Fernandez. Give her another hand. Awesome. Thank you. Now, here we come. Finally, we've come to the presentation of the diplomas. All right. In a moment, we will be calling each senior's name. Students will then receive their diploma, and we will be presenting the blankets from our tribal council. And family members, please remember that our professional photographer will be taking photos to commemorate this important moment. We will also have opportunities for photos with your graduates following the ceremony. So please allow us to do that. Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask members of Tribal Council, Board, and Administration to join me in receiving line, and Mr. Willie Stewart is to present the diplomas. Be sure to be given to you as you line up in your lines, as we did yesterday. So make sure you have some hand sanitizer. We're going to give you a little dollop. Because we're going to actually be sharing the drumstick as we beat the drum, okay? So there you go. All right.
We're just going to get lined up in front of the drum with blankets going, and then you just go through. All right. You should be right there, right?
Yeah. Just went for students, sir. I didn't.
Yep. Is Devonair?
Yeah, I do something. Yeah.
So Mr. Devonair will be releasing students now to start lining up on our blue X's.
No worries.
You ready?
Julia. Julia is number right there, number 7. So he'll be number 7 coming up.
Yeah, if everybody's here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We ready down here? Chris?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, I'm going to introduce the graduates. Okay. Annalisa Adams. Should I wait till she gets down first or should I go?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait for the drum.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him do the whole thing so do it now next year.
Yeah. Kaylani Jones.
Where's the listen note? So say the next name and then I'll find it. Say the next name.
Okay, look. Okay. Elsie Sampson.
And I've got
Wait. I'm going to call you.
Vince, they do one line per time.
Floyd Sharp Sr. on behalf of Floyd Sharp Jr. Michael Young.
I got a big ride. All right.
Cassandra Carrillo.
Sorry, Julian, right?
Yep. Julian Daniels. Isabelle Cruz.
Maya Stegman. Melissa? Melissa Willand. What we- Ready, Gabe? Gabriel Davis. Nakaya Tahano. Go ahead, come see you. Listen.
Well, they would only say,
Jalissa Coates. Yep. Sienna Smith. Annika Stafford. Anna Mackey. Kyle? Kyle Satiacum. And Ezekiel. Yeah. Dakota White. Ezekiel Newitt. Cynthia, right? Yeah. LaPlante. Yeah. Cynthia LaPlante.
There goes our point guard.
Michaela Mills. Hayes McLeod. Alex Manani. Alex Dillon. Manny Facello. C. Dave and Tristan. CJ Schaefer. Okay. Tristan Brown.
We don't need
Damian Roy.
We should have the exact.
Yeah. Delshay Gower.
Good job, nephew.
Robert Nunez. Alicia Pluth. Catalina, right?
That's two in line also. Okay. Oh, okay. That's all. That's.
Ready? Catalina Dillon.
Girl. No.
Aliana Shippentower.
Way to go, Mister. Girl. Good job.
Would you like to take a seat? Or would you like to...
Yania Jackson. Justin Topola. We were missing a couple, but okay, there we go. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you for that. You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tribal Council, School Board. Thank you very much. One more big hand for our graduates. Let's say we do this every year in cars, right? No, probably not. No. Next year we'll be inside, right? Okay.
Yes, one more round of hops. Yeah, the tank. There we go.
I just have a few remarks as this year's principal. It's been an honor to work with you. I am amazed at the resilience and the grit that a lot of you showed us during this challenging time. It's just awesome. And I'd like to also thank Floyd's family for being here, the Sharp family. Thank you for being here. I'm going to miss you. It's going to be next year. It's going to be kind of lonely without you. You have a lot of smiling faces that made our lives better every day. You guys just remember your resilience and your grit and your hard work to get this diploma. Bring that to the next challenge. Bring it, because you guys are awesome. I appreciate you, and I'm so very, very proud of you deep in my heart. Great job, seniors. Good job.
Mark Brulette, Superintendent of Chief Leshi Schools, as one of your secondary principals, I present to you the students here today for certification of graduation.
Again, I'd like to thank the Tribal Council, our school board members, parents, families, friends, staff for joining us both in person and viewing online to honor this amazing group of young adults. They have demonstrated perseverance and resilience necessary to complete their coursework during a pandemic and fulfill the requirements for obtaining their high school diploma. To our seniors, even during this strange time we find ourselves living in, amazing opportunities await you as you move on to your next adventure in life. You are now part of an elite group, graduates of Chief Leshi schools. And if you're currently honk your horn, there are 24,000 secondary schools in the United States, but you are a Leshi Warrior alumni. There are less than 2,000 individuals that can make that claim, like you will be as a graduate of CLS. I know I speak for your fellow alumni that they will always be there for you anytime you need their support or guidance. In addition to your fellow CLS alumni, you are part of the CLS family. And as Ms. Fernandez says and stated very appropriately, you are always welcome back on campus anytime, and we hope to see you. Come join us for Circle, come join us to visit classes, keep us informed of what you're doing. Seniors, we send you forward today, ready to meet the challenges ahead of you. Members of the Tribal Council and School Board, as Superintendent of Chief Leshi Schools, I certify that the students standing and seated in front of you here this morning have completed all their requirements for graduation.
Thank you. You guys are like, whoop. Yeah. Too late. They're over there.
All right, now we get to do the tassel ceremony. So Catalina Dillon, come on up and lead us in the tassel ceremony. All graduates, be standing up with your tassels ready to go.
Is it 2 pages? Okay. Okay. Now I'll make this quick since I'm technically the only thing standing in between you and those car doors to get out of here. But I would like to say a couple of words. I would first like to thank everyone for coming out to the class of 2020's graduation. It has probably been one of the most proudest but saddest days in your life to see your kids grow up. I would also like to congratulate you guys for raising such amazing kids. Secondly, I would like to say a couple words to my fellow classmates. So seniors, although we had one crazy of a senior year, I like to say we made history, such as a pandemic, a Black Lives Matter movement, killer bees, and even a graduation in August in the Chief Leshi parking lot. And somehow finding all the time in the world to get through our studies and stand here together today. So I stand here before you, all as it has been 4 years or 47 months or 206 weeks or 1,443 days since September 1st, 2016, where we would all come together for our first day of freshman year. Crazy, huh? Time went by kind of fast, but although some would say they would do it all again, I wouldn't. So instead, I'll leave you with one of my favorite quotes. There's always someone dumber than you, so don't worry about it. My mom, damn Dillon. I'm just kidding. Now, in all seriousness, though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Carl Bard. Okay. Class of 2020, please stand. As an academic tradition, a student who has not yet earned a high school diploma wears a tassel on his or her cap on the right side. However, once the diploma is confirmed, the scholar moves the tassel to the left side, joining a select company of 2 Flesh Eye graduates. Upon our count of 3, the recognition of your new status, I invite all of our 2020 classmates to move the tassel to the left. Grab your tassel. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations, class